Welcome back to Nationwide This Morning NTM. It's time now for Building Blocks, sponsored by the Contractor Center. Today we're exploring repair mortars and vapor barriers. Concrete work in Jamaica is a battle against the elements. The island's tropical climate, with its relentless heat, humidity, and downpours, takes a toll on concrete structures. Floors buckle, walls crack, and the integrity of buildings is normally threatened. And these structural issues aren't just unsightly, they pose significant risks to safety and property value. But amidst these challenges, advanced repair solutions offer hope, such as mortars and anchor gels. They stand as a set of powerful tools to restore and protect Jamaica's concrete infrastructure. So we're talking about that this morning. My guest is the CEO of the Contractor Center, Andre Hutchinson. Welcome back to the program, Andre.
Morning, Tona. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Alive and well.
Wonderful. So you'll have to explain for me first these two items that we're talking about this morning. First, what are repair mortars, and then vapor barriers?
All right. So thanks so much for this topic. We sit on a seismic belt. No, I'd say like 90%.
You're coming in a bit muffled though, Andre. I'm not sure if you can shift about a little bit, or if you have us on speaker, if you could take us off. Yeah, you'll come in a bit clear after that.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, much better. Go ahead.
About 99% of our structures survive these earthquakes that we have on a regular basis, but we're left with scars in our foundations or in our walls, with cracks and those sort of things. And in order to repair and restore, we have to use repair mortars or anchor gels to be able to fill these cracks and protect our home and offices from these challenges that we express from the natural rocking of the earth.
So the repair mortar is what, cement, gel?
It's a cement-like product, but what it does is you mix it with water.
Yes.
It cures. So there are a number of different types, let me say that. But the main basic general thing is that you mix it with water. It has certain enzymes and additives into it. Once you mix it and you pour it in or throw it into these cracks, it expands to fill the gaps in the cracks, and then you're able to, and then there also comes the fact that it's a flexible mortar.
Okay, give me a practical example using my house.
All right, so say there was an earthquake, right? And your house was fine, but then after the earthquake, you realize there's a crack in your wall or a crack in your foundation. And you say, okay, I need to repair that, because you can't lick down your whole house, right?
Right.
So therefore, you get the repair mortar. Sometimes it's a cementatious mortar. Sometimes it's an anchor gel, which is like an epoxy. But both of them are flexible resins. So you would mix it, you would layer it into the crack, allow it to cure and flex into the crack. And what happens is it allows the mortar, then when there's more seismic activity, it moves and flexes with the home when more seismic activity, so it stays solid in the crack.
And can I apply this to major cracks? Is it a minor cracks sort of repair solution?
So the gels are for like minor cracks, because those are like hairline cracks. The repair mortars with the where you add water, it's very cement-like, so you can go up to 2 inches deep or 2 inches wide. Or sometimes you can extend it by adding like pea, gravel, or sand to go larger and deeper, 4 inches, an inch, a foot, in order to get those things going. But a foot, I'll put it here. If a crack is a foot wide, you have bigger problems than a repair mortar can fix.
Gotcha. Is this a DIY kind of thing, or do I need to call in a construction man to do the application? If I have a hairline crack and I'm using the repair mortar, can I do it myself?
Yeah, definitely DIY, depending on the extent. So, like, for instance, if you have like a 1 or 2 or 3 hairline cracks in your wall or your floor, you can buy the anchor gel. It's basically 2 tubes. You You have the A and the B of the epoxy.
Yes.
You have I guess you call a receiver gun, where you squeeze them together. It mixes the A and the B. It goes in the hairline crack, and anybody can do that, right? Now, if it's extensive, right, because anchor gels are also used like when you want to anchor a staircase or when you put in the steel beams into the concrete and you want it to anchor properly, that a construction professional to use that.
And now to the vapor barriers. Explain
Yes.
what that one is.
So vapor barriers they've been around a long time, but I think they're only becoming more prevalent in Jamaica in recent times. If you notice, there's a lot of construction taking place in Ferry, Portmore, Spanish Town Road. These are basically reclaimed land, because there's normally swampland around there. What the vapor barrier does, it protects your structure from these vapor barriers, from the vapors that come from the high water table, right? If you don't use them, what you will see, and I think I've seen a number of clients in and around those areas where they put down tiles, there's no vapor barrier, the tiles start to swell up like it's a volcano, so you get this big hump in your floor. You step on your tile, it breaks, and you say, boy, the guy didn't do a good tiling job. No, the problem started long before that. It's because there was no vapor barrier. You have water pressure coming up, and it releases the tiles off of the ground.
So is the vapor barrier a solution? It's an epoxy-like solution. Is it cement-like as well? What does that look?
No, it's more like in the membrane family. It's something that has to go down pre-construction. So like after you lay down your marl and before you pour your cement, you put down the vapor barrier. That's one. If it's past that and you're in a situation where you're seeing the problem now, they have another vapor barrier that we call hydrostop that we put down afterwards. These things can be very expensive because it's an expensive problem. You mash up the home. So this will go on. So you prime it with epoxy-like product, and then you put down a membrane on top of it. And then once the membrane goes down, you can put down any, cementatious solution. So whether you're putting down your thin set, or you're putting down, you're recasting your floor, or you're putting self-leveling cement, or whatever solution you decide to do after that. But it has to be a cementatious solution to go on top of the membrane.
Right. And talk to us about the prices now, Andre, for the anchor gel and the vapor barriers and the repair mortars.
Okay, so the repair mortars, like I said, there are a wide variety of them, but they generally price them anywhere between 5,000 and 8,000 Jamaican dollars a bag. You're getting probably around 40, 50 square feet out of it of work. The anchor gels, they're about 10,000, 11,000, but you get a lot of use out of those. The vapor barriers are not a DIY. It's definitely somebody has to come and do it, and it's probably running you around $400 a square foot to get that solution put into a home. The vapor barriers are generally like the ones that go on below the foundation. Those generally have to be put on by professionals. That's probably going to run you maybe about $100, $150 a square foot for the material. Labor cost is dependent on the length and breadth of what is required.
Right. And you mentioned these three products that you've explained quite well, how they work and the importance of them. Is there any other product within that basket that you'd want to mention this morning?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. There is a product called porcine. Now, porcine is primarily for construction joints in factories and commercial facilities. The point of the porcine is that it's a single component, meaning you don't have to mix an A and a B. It's just one component comes in a tube. You squeeze it into the construction joint. So when you go onto most facilities, you see
Did we just lose Andre? Yeah, we try to get him back so he can complete his thoughts on the poor thing that he was just telling us about, as well as to mention his contact details again and address for the contractor center. For those who are listening, they might have some minor cracks in their home and are seeking products like these that they can apply to those minor cracks to carry out those repairs, such as the repair mortar or the anchor gel. Andre, back on the line?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that, Tana.
No worries. Go ahead.
Right. So the porcelain is now used with the same concept as the anchor gel, except for far bigger joints, where it feels kind of rubberized and it moves seamlessly with the concrete. Because concrete is always curing, and so it cracks over time. But the construction joints are meant to maintain the stability of your floor, and so sometimes you want to fill those cracks, because in those cracks you'll find all kind of insects and rodents who live inside the cracks. So once you fill that, it gives you that same stability, but without the problem of unwanted inhabitants.
Gotcha. That's a good way to put it. So for the porthane now, what's the cost on that one?
The porcelain, it comes in a tube. It's not as expensive, maybe $5,000 or $6,000 for a big tube. You have the porcelain SL, which is what we use for on the floor, and then you have the porcelain NS, which is non-sag, so you use that on like the walls.
And for anyone out there who is, hesitant about these products, could you explain for them the bottom line on why they're worth the investment?
So the products their value comes from the value you place in your home, office, or factory.
Yes.
Right? And your want or desire to be able to manage the maintenance of these facilities. Right? Our job is basically to support the client, support your building needs, support your structures. And we have all different type of solutions to ensure the structural integrity of your buildings, even for new contractors, to ensure the quality of your development. And our job basically, like I said, on a day-to-day basis, is just to support and help people to actualize their vision.
And for persons who are listening, they're interested in these products, Andre, just to give out your contact details again and where persons can find the contractor center.
So we are again located on 26 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8. We're available on all social media platforms, especially TikTok, at the contractor center. Same for Instagram and Facebook. But also our phone number is 876-968-4816. And I must mention, Tana, that
Yes.
the nationwide listening public has responded to a lot of the information that we have communicated, and we are seeing a lot of people coming, and we're helping a lot more people
Wonderful.
to actualize their vision.
That's wonderful. And I hope that even after today's segment as well, you'll have more folks calling about the products that you've mentioned this morning to treat with cracks in their homes and other issues that they might have with their facilities. But
And
plug your
hopefully
YouTube as well,
hopefully-
Andre. Aren't you guys on YouTube where
We are on YouTube.
you post
This is
videos
true.
and
We're
explain?
on YouTube. We post our videos on YouTube. This is true, yes. But we're very responsive on the other platforms. We need to work on the responsivity on YouTube.
But I was also wondering, isn't it that you post your content?
Yes.
You post your content, and is it that on the content that you're posting explains products as well, or how
So
how certain products can be used? Is it that you do tutorials on your YouTube channel?
We haven't done any yet. I think we should. But we do once a year. We do a training seminar actually, and we're looking to do one in the June and July once the schools have closed because we use our school as our demo area. We did one last year, got amazing feedback, and so we're going to do another one this year. It's a minimal cost to cover materials and stuff, but the experience and the things that you learn are fantastic.
Wonderful. Andre Hutchinson, who is the CEO of the Contractor Center, talking to us this morning about repair mortars, vapor barriers, and several other products that can help you with your repairs to your facilities. Thank you so much for your time, Andre.
Thank you, Tana.